to become a better lover, a better partner, a better leader, a better father, whatever. When you do this work, you will become much more of your true self. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can manifest your ideal life. If you want to learn more about sexual mastery, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified when I release new videos. Make sure you get my free ejaculation control course through the link in the video description below. So I'm going to share in this video how you can have a source of unlimited energy. And the key to that is harnessing the sexual power that is laying dormant in your body right now. We've been programmed throughout our lives to only discharge our energy. We learn how to spend our energy, so to speak, right? The energy that you have to, sustain the processes of your body, to move, to think, to create. You have this certain supply of energy. You can think of it as like money in a bank account. And for the majority of people in this world, they only spend that energy. They don't really do anything to regenerate it. I mean, of course, we all go to sleep at night, and we eat food and things like that. But, are you spending more energy than you're regenerating, we could say, right? And one of the biggest ways people spend energy, especially men, is through an excessive release of their sexual energy. For a man, an ejaculation is a release. It's a release of your energy. And there's a reason for this, right? The purpose of an ejaculation is to create life. So, of course, you need to invest some of your energy into creating a new human. But if that's not your purpose, then if you're ejaculating every single time you're experiencing sexual pleasure, you are going to experience depletion. And this is considered to be normal in our society. Normal to be ejaculating every single day, looking at porn every day, masturbating and ejaculating. But this is a very draining habit. And it's not usually apparent in the beginning because, it seems like you have this unlimited supply of energy, but the more you spend it, the faster you spend it, the quicker that you reach depletion, which is why there's so many men in their 20s, even teenagers who are experiencing sexual dysfunctions, experiencing erectile dysfunction, sexual exhaustion, and other issues, is because they are recklessly spending their sexual energy. And I think one of the main reasons why this is happening at younger and younger ages now is because of the widespread availability of tube porn. When I was a teenager, and I was first getting into porn, I had like dial-up internet. So I had to wait an hour to download like a 5-second clip, and then it was like super pixelated, so it just was, it wasn't that stimulating, right? It's like with the advent of tube porn, you just click on video after video, high definition, anything you can possibly imagine. Of course, it completely messes with your brain chemistry and your arousal response, but this overstimulates you to constantly, in an addicted way, spend your sexual energy recklessly. And so you end up depleted, right? So is it really a surprise that so many people are depressed? So many people are fatigued, exhausted, burned out, living in anxiety and fear because they're literally throwing their life force down the drain. So the remedy of this, of course, is to build your sexual energy and start to harness that sexual power. Because when you think about that immense power of your sex drive, the power of your sexual energy, it's making decisions for you, right? It's driving you to do things. Have you ever spent hours, watching porn, masturbating, or hooking up with someone, and then after you have an orgasm, after you ejaculate, you just feel really weird. You're like, why did I do that? Why did I spend so much time and energy doing that? I just feel kind of guilty and just weird right now, right? This is your sex drive controlling you in a disharmonious way. So if you imagine that power of that drive, which is controlling you to do, weird things, and you start to take control of that, and you start to direct that instead into things that you actually want in your life. You start to direct that into self-improvement, direct that into going to the gym, working out, building your body, studying, building your mind, meditating, developing your mind-body connection, then you really become unstoppable because you start to amplify these processes in your life, because you start to direct and rewire your sex drive to push you into these things, right? Instead of draining habits. For a man, having a supply of sperm really represents having this atomic firepower, so to speak, because the sperm energy is the essence of your body, and it has this tremendous power of multiplication to bond with an egg and multiply trillions of times to become a human body. That's phenomenal power. And that is what's sitting in your balls right now. I mean, unless you ejaculate it all out. But when you build up that supply, then you have that energy available to you to harness 24/7, to put it into whatever you want. And this is the key to having unlimited energy. So this is part of sexual cultivation, right? Where you're cultivating that energy, you're building it, you're protecting it, but you're also working with it, you're circulating it, you're exchanging it, right? This is all important. A lot of men get caught up in the first step, which is to stop the leak and, stop ejaculating frequently. But at the same time, you can become a hoarder. You can be like, no, I can't put this energy into anything. It has to stay here in my balls, and you become really rigid. You're not really doing anything with that energy. So the next step after stopping the leak, stopping frequent ejaculation, is to do internal sexual kung fu practices to redirect your sex drive, right? Because if you just start retaining your semen and you don't address your underlying sexual habits, nothing's really going to change. Eventually you may have an opportunity to, have sex with someone, and you're going to go right back into these old habits of ejaculatory release being your sole expression of sex. So it's really important to do this underlying work of redirecting the flow of sexual energy in your body and rewiring your experience of sex, changing that from being this goal-oriented, I need to reach this explosive ejaculatory orgasm, changing that into instead, okay, how can I instead circulate this energy through my entire body? How can I exchange this energy with my partner? How can I use sex to build a powerful charge to connect and bond with my partner, and then to collect that in my body and then put it into other things? When you leave a tantric sex session, maybe you've had sex for an hour or 2 or 3, you have all this energy built up, and then you go out into the world and you put it into something, you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish. And this is one of the secrets of many great masters of the past and the present, is harnessing the power of sex and sexual energy to drive you to create, to drive you to improve yourself, to drive you on your spiritual path, to become a better lover, a better partner, a better leader, a better father, whatever. When you do this work, you will become much more of your true self. So to do this requires a direct practice, right? This isn't something that you can talk, yourself through. This is something you need a method for, right? And it's much more than just doing physical exercise. Going to the gym, working out, that's great. It's not going to circulate the sexual energy out of the testicles and into the various energy centers of the body. You need internal practice for that. Ne gong, as it's known, ne being internal, gong being a skill, right? Internal skill, working with internal energy. So meditation, Qigong practices, breath work, all of these become essential when you're working with sexual energy, because you must keep that energy balanced. You must keep that connection conscious, because if you just build up all this sexual energy and you have no ability to channel it, it's going to control you. It's going to make you excessively horny. It's going to make you aggressive, competitive, turn you into kind of an asshole, right? No one wants that. So you want to refine that energy and give it new pathways to be expressed in. And in the sexual kung fu system, we do this by opening up the energy channels of the body and then encouraging the sexual energy to, instead of only expressing itself out the penis, to start to move upwards through these channels. So it has other outlets of expression other than just sex. So when you do all this foundational work, creating a new pathway for your sexual energy to flow, you're no longer fighting a battle 24/7, trying to control your impulse, is trying to fight the urge to, go on Pornhub and jerk off, because you've opened a pathway which starts to become your natural expression. Yes, there's going to be an adjustment period. It may take several weeks, several months, maybe a couple years, right? To really get that pathway solid to where you're naturally expressing the sexual energy in other ways. But that's why it's sexual kung fu. Kung fu is a skill. It's a discipline. It's not for the faint-hearted. You must have the discipline and put in the work to see the results. The majority of men on this planet will not do this work, but those who do will become superhuman, right? To become a master of your mind and your body. And to do this work from a place of compassion, right? If it's coming from your ego, you're always going to drop back down, right? If you're just doing this to gain more attention, to sleep with more partners, to make more money, these superficial things, you're going to create some weird karmic entanglements for yourself, right? So this should always be done out of a place of compassion, a place of what's best for everyone, right? If I have more energy and I'm more balanced, then I can put my energy into creating amazing things in the world around me to make this place a better world than it was when I came here. And if everyone is doing that, then I think you can imagine how much this world is going to transform. So now you have the basic theory, the basic understanding, but as I said, you need a practice, you need a method to do this. So after watching this, check out my testicle breathing video. This is a practice that you can use directly to start channeling the sexual energy through your body. So talk is only going to do so much. You must do the work every day yourself to see the results. So follow that video, practice that every day for a week, see what happens, right? See what happens to the expression of your sexual energy. And if you want to really go in depth with this work, completely rewire your experience of sex, learn how to open the energy channels of your body to develop a new experience of sex, have non-ejaculatory orgasms, and be able to have sex for hours without ejaculating, check out my 12-week course, Multi-Orgasmic Man. Put more information in the video description. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. Have a great day.